for Color Commentary. I'm Mark Allen, and today just got a bunch of stuff, a bunch of haul comics, and a couple of things for Christmas, but a couple of things found in the dollar box. Well, actually, quite a few things found in the dollar box, and a couple of really nice finds in the dollar box. One, in fact, a modern key that's really been heating up. But just wanted to I'm even going to look at some new comics. Something I haven't done much in the past. For the most part, the only new comic I've ever talked about was the Immortal Hulk. But I'm going to talk about some of the new comics I have accumulated the last few weeks. So anyway, you know that I like. We're just going to dive right in here with the dollar comics. You know that I like the reprint, the DC and Marvel reprints of the classic stuff. Generally, that took place during the reprints came out in the 80s and 90s. This is Wrath of the Spectre. You can't see. Well, let me take it out of there. No, I just leave it in. Wrath of the Spectre, #1. It is reprinting the Spectre work, Jim Apparo's Spectre work, so really excited to get that. Didn't even realize that was out there. A lot of times these fly under my radar because at the time that it came out, I wasn't in the least bit interested in these characters. But when I saw this in the dollar box, couldn't turn it down, and I love the brown and green in that cover. Anyway, so that's I'm looking forward to finding the rest of those. Because what happens many times is whenever I find these, I realize, and I go looking, I find out the reprints, they're not that expensive. They're not hard to get. I mean, obviously I found this one in the dollar box. They're just hard to find. And so finding them in the wild can be a challenge. So there's that. Trying to figure out where to put these. Okay. This is one that I'll always get because this was as it says on the cover, a dynamic new era of this particular comic. It is Stormwatch number 37 by Warren Ellis and Tom Rainey. Warren Ellis wrote, Tom Rainey drew, obviously, and also Randy Elliott inking there. But anyway, just this was a great this team took this book from no insult intended necessarily to Image, but took this book from so what to wow, this is a great team book. And so Stormwatch number 37, I have a couple of those. I happen to believe these are going to be these are ignored classics. They were this book I remember for a year or so was pretty hot. After that run started. But here's the thing: good stories remain good stories. This goes beyond. There's no gimmick cover. There's no big event. Anything. It's just good storytelling and taking a comics property in a different direction. So great stuff there. Now this stuff is in no rhyme or reason, no particular order. This was a Wonder Woman issue number 49, a variant that I actually got from my daughter. I told her she couldn't have it until after I'd done this video. But it's great because it has basically the movie version of Wonder Woman's costume there. And when I showed her that, she was very excited. And so I like that it's almost a virgin cover there. It does have some right of the title and such down there. But Wonder Woman number 49. With that wonderful variant cover. Let me set that aside so I can give that right to her. This next one's interesting. I didn't know about this one. This next one it's actually a chase comic as they were called. A variant now is what it's called. This is a Toy Biz comic. Came in a Legends. I'm not even sure which figure, but it's a Fantastic Four comic. It came in a Legends box with a Marvel Legends action figure, one of the Fantastic Four. But this is Fantastic Four #1 with Arthur Adams redoing the cover. Now, I'd never seen this before. And this comic, it is beat to crud. But I don't care because now I know about it. And now I can go after it in earnest. But I wasn't going to pass it up. It was $1. And it's Fantastic Four #1 reprinted in there, of course, with a lot of Toy Biz ads, Marvel Legends ads, that kind of thing. But I love Arthur Adams, love his cover treatments, and this was just great. This was a pretty rare, evidently pretty hard to find variant at the time. And I got to say, I was hound dogging the Marvel Legends figures in the day, and I was picking them up right and left, and I was going after them, and I never saw this. and I had every member of the Fantastic Four. So and Doctor Doom and some others. So anyway, that great book there, great looking cover. These next ones, just a couple of Superman comics. They are a part of the same story, but it has something to do with Superman going through different times and different realities. There's a great homage to, the sticker's in the way. Great homage to the Golden Age Superman. I'm just going to let you use your imagination there. He's even got the thong boots there as he rescues a little girl from in front of a train. Here's one that depicts the famous cover of Justice League as they're playing chess there. And you see a futuristic Batman, a different Green Lantern, Supergirl, or probably Superwoman, I imagine. I think I may have already bought this book and shown it a while back. I'm not sure, but I bought it again. Great cover. I love the look of it, and it was in the dollar box. Continuing to work on my 1990s, the Volume 1 of Resurrection Man with number 11. This was an outstanding series in the 90s. One of the series that, for whatever reason, doesn't get much love. Now they did publish a second volume during the New 52. I haven't even checked it out, but it didn't make much of a rumble, I don't think. But this was a great series, and I'm just continuing to kind of reacquire the Resurrection Man. Here's a little bit of Shine. I'm going to save one of these books toward the last. Here's a bit of Shine, a bit of bling. Here's Quasar number 50, and gotta love the prism foil cover there. I'm being kind of lazy because I've got a tall stack, and so I would take it out to get rid of that sticker, but I just not going to. But I love you can see the bling there. You can see the prism foil. Love that stuff. Bone number 4, though it is a 6th print. I don't know why, but I like to pick up those early bones, the ones by Cartoon Books. I just like to pick them up because here's the thing about the prints, or about the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth prints, whatever. They usually change something on the cover. Usually the color of the logo, and each one has a smaller print run. So you just never know about these things. Collectors are kind of nutty that way. Bought this one just for the battle value of it. Thor versus Juggernaut. This is part of the Tom DeFalco Ron Friends run, and from the late 80s, and so those were always good reading. And actually 1990, sorry about that, almost late 80s. But those were always fun, good reading there. Here's another one by Carl Kasell and Tom Grummett. I always liked Tom Grummett's Superboy, and this is one that I didn't have. I'm trying to get the whole run. I mean, they did so many issues with some stand-in and some substitute artist issues in there, but Kasell did a long run on Superboy, and Tom Grummett did so much work there, and so got that one, number 70, kicking off a storyline there, The Evil Factory. Okay, this is another series that I've been slowly trying to acquire all of, because the first couple of issues were fantastic, and now I'm just trying to put all of them together, and it's not easy, at least in our part of the country here. But the Mighty, this is the Mighty number 11. I'm not going to say anything about the story. I'm just going to say it. It surprised me how good it was, and I can't wait to acquire all of them, because it's just a really great read with kind of a twist on the superhero genre. This next one is actually part of a. I'm going to go ahead and take this one out. It's got a very cool Bill Sienkiewicz cover. I'm going to press this one because it's got some creases and such, but they'll press out. This is from What If Volume 1, What If number 45, What If the Hulk Went Berserk? Okay, so I love that, really kind of understated, but still very dramatic, very scary, creepy Bill Sienkiewicz cover there, okay? So What If the Hulk Went Berserk? And I know that he throws down seriously with the FF in this book, okay? And pretty sure from reading it years ago, and I mean years ago, pretty sure there's a fatality or two in there. Now these next ones, they really kind of excited me. I was glad to find this run, not because it has recently enjoyed an uptick because it has, but just because it's a great story. And I never got to read more than the first 3 or 4 issues. But it is Ex Machina. Ex Machina Volume 1, Number 1. Found these in the dollar box at a vintage stock. And actually, basically, got the first 15 or so issues minus 1 or 2. So there's number 2, 3. Let's just get a look at these, see what they look like at least, because they got the great Tony Harris art. 4, 5, 6, kind of psychedelic there. 7, those 2 I think make 2 parts of a, yeah, they do. Oh wow, okay, gotta show you that real quick. Here we go. There you go. See that? So, yeah, 5, 6, and there's, okay, so 7, I'm missing 7, I believe. No, that was 6 and 7. Sorry about that. 6 and 7, 8, all from the dollar box. I was thrilled to find these. 9, 11. 10 was one of the ones I'm missing. 11, 12, 13. Love the covers on these. 14 and 15. Okay, so Ex Machina, really glad to find those. This is actually, it's an Eisner Award-winning comic, that volume 1. They've done other volumes, I believe, and so I was really happy to find those. This was one of those things where I was going to get, you know how this is. You go and look through some dollar boxes and you say, I'm only going to spend so much, up to this much. But then you find a run. Happens every time you say, I'm only going to spend so much. So that's what happened. Now this next one, this is some more bling. This one I am going to take out. I actually spent, this is a comic now, you're going to be shocked because Dollar Box Mark spent $20 on this comic, on a back issue. Oh my goodness. Well, I did because, first of all, it's chromium. It's a chromium I've wanted for a long time but thought was out of my reach. I've never found it on eBay for less than 50 or 60 bucks. Sometimes found it for over 100. So it just kind of depends on what seller has it at the time. It's been a week or so since I checked, but it reprints X-Men Volume 1, Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, issues 141 and 142. So Days of Future Past story. But here it is. I'm going to go ahead and present the whole cover to you. Chromium cover, drawn by Byrne in 1998. Boom. Love that. A chromium I've been looking for years, literally for years, trying to get at a price I could live with. Finally, I decided 40 bucks was it. And 40 bucks, 20 bucks was it. I would do that for it. It was a Freudian slip. There it is, 20 bucks. Got it at vintage stock. And so I was really happy to see that and to finally get that, put that in my chromium, my bling section. All right, 2 more dollar picks, and then I'm going to show you some $5 books I got from Shadow Mountain Comics. Shadow Mountain Comics for the last couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so, been selling. They bought had an estate sale that they went to, bought a bunch of comics. First, they were selling them for 10 bucks a piece. Those were really good comics. I mean, at 10 bucks a piece, every comic that I saw pulled from buddies on Facebook and such, they were bargain, okay? I believe I got bargains for the $5 books that I got. But first, 2 more dollar picks. And this is the one I was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of its plastic, because this is the current key, or the what am I trying to say? I can't put my words together today. Anyway, the recent key that is heating up right now. This is Thor: God of Thunder number 6, Origin of now I forgot his name because I don't follow Thor, but I know the cover and I know you guys know who that is. Origin of Null. Okay, found this in the dollar box. Very nice shape, not perfect, but very nice. I'm going to press it. Have already pressed it once. We'll press it again. Get rid of some of this. But this thing's going for, I've seen high grade copies of this go for over $100. And so for a dollar pick, I was glad to find that. And that's going to help buy more comics for Mark in the next few weeks. All right, and then I also found, I just went ahead and got it because it looked like a very cool throwdown between Odin wielding the hammer, Mjolnir. It looks like Odin. It might be an older Thor. I'm not sure. And he's laying the beat down on Null. Thor God of Thunder number 10. Found that in the dollar box. So I was glad to find those. I will give those a read because I have not read any Jason Aaron Thor. So I'm going to have to obviously go back and start in the volumes. I'm not going to even try to go back and get all the comics. I'm going to start with the trades. Haven't done that in a long time, but for the amount of Thor that he's done, going to have to go to the trades for that. Now I will show one of this is not a one I picked up recently, but this is what I dug out of the box in case you don't know. And if you have one of these laying around, they're going for quite a bit right now. I've seen them go for as high as 40 in high grade, and that's the second printing of Amazing Spider-Man number 101 with the silver background, the first appearance of Morbius. And gave that one a little press. It looks really nice. And so I'm going to be putting that up on eBay very soon. Because again, I don't spend any money on comics out of our family checking account. I just don't do that. If I want to indulge my hobby, I do it with hobby money. So there you go. All right, $5 books from Shadow Mountain Comics in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Captain America and the Falcon 157. Now, I got these. I picked these because of the content, obviously, because of the creators and such as that, but also in many cases because of the rich, dark colors in the covers. All right, check out this Captain America number 157 with this so dark and rich in the colors, and a nice high grade book. And so for $5. I was happy to get that, and this is a Sal Buscema penciling job here. I don't remember who was writing during this run. Steve Englehart, of course, Steve Englehart and Steve Gerber. Okay, but nice looking book for $5. Captain America and Falcon, early Bronze Age there, and so very happy with that. All right, I'll try to go through the others a little bit quicker, because that one's not wanting to go back into the bag. Don't you hate that? When your comics don't want to go back into the bag. And they threaten to hang themselves up on the edge of the bag or the board. Okay, so for $5, Daredevil number 60. Again, just really nice, bright. These are all high grade, hard to tell in some cases because of the plastic, but they're all high grade. I just don't want to take them all out. Number 60, Daredevil. Number 64, very cool cover with Stuntmaster. I think it's the second appearance of the Stuntmaster. Not that anybody cares, but I just wanted this. You know, I'm learning to like some artists that who've never really been my favorites. Gil Kane is one, but come on, I just forgot his last name. So now I will open this one. Gene Colan. Gene Colan. There it is, without the plastic. Nice glossy book. $5. I'm very happy with that. But yeah, Gene Colan did the art in here, and his earlier art was it wasn't so bad. I mean, it did tell a story. He was good at storytelling. I don't know what it was about his art that I didn't like as a kid, but I'm you know, guys, I mean, this is like any other field. You got to open yourselves up. We need to open ourselves up to other artists, even that we don't like. I'm starting to think maybe it behooves us to read at least a couple of trade paperbacks worth of an artist's work that we don't like, maybe to see if we can find something in it that we do like. But that's just me philosophizing a little bit. All right, one more Daredevil comic. I'll go ahead and take it out. One more Daredevil comic, Daredevil number 71 again. Another $5 book. Nice, dark, rich covers, rich colors. Love the reds and everything on there. Just great stuff. And so those some $5 Daredevils from Shadow Mountain. A few other $5 books. All the rest of these are Avengers books. Some of these to me are just classic covers. Avengers number 130. Okay, love that cover. Facing off against Titanium Man, Radioactive Man, the Crimson Dynamo, and the Slasher. Okay, so great face-off, what I call face-off cover there. no particular order in these. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers, number 132, where they're facing off against some dead, not heroes, but dead heroes and villains, including Frankenstein's monster in there. This is an Avengers I think I've actually never read before, and so I can't wait to read this. I'm sure the art's going to be by Don Heck or someone like that, but Don Heck, you know. But again, another artist whose work I've never really been drawn to, but I respect because of the volume of his work and how long he was in the business. And so you got the Frankenstein's monster, you got the first Human Torch. I don't know who this guy is. You might know who that guy is. Who is that? Leave it in the comments. Okay, not sure who that is. All right, Avengers number 147. Another great $5 book. Was glad to have that. Just slowly adding to my Avengers run. We're going backwards here now. Well, another Avengers 149. Avengers 149. It's not backwards. Okay, and so Thor facing off against Orca. Okay, while the other Avengers continue to battle below. And then one last $5 book. No, two last $5 books. Avengers number 150. This one always throws me off because I see that big 25 cent there, and I think, oh, it's a price variant, but it's not. They all, for whatever reason, they all appeared that large in on this issue. And so anyway, though, it's a great looking cover. Avengers number 150. And then lastly, Avengers number 153. Maybe that was because that was the last 25 cent issue. Maybe that was it. Okay, but usually when there was the last issue of a certain price, they'd say still only 25 cents. But you know what? I guess the 149 said that. So anyway, that was weird. Let's look at that real quick. 149 did that. That's what you usually saw before the next month it would be jacked up a nickel. But instead you got that. It's interesting. I don't know if Marvel had ever done that before, if it did it on the other titles or what. Okay, but anyway, and so 153 there, and all right. So those are the $5 books. So a few of the pickups I got. Now I also have some books. Okay, some hardcovers. I got this one at Vintage Stock for $5, and it was a hardcover. Reprints quite a few issues, but it's collects Wolverine and the X-Men number 9 through 13. So five issues for $5 and a hardcover. Okay, I'll take that. And so the main reason I bought this was not to try to you can't follow those storylines. I've never tried to read the whole A versus X story unless somebody just gave them to me. But Chris Bachalo doing the art in there. There's a lot of great Chris Bachalo art who I've liked ever since the days of Generation X. So anyway, so there was that book, and then there was this is an interesting book. I haven't read anything from Humanoids Publishing since the 90s, but I read Metabarons, which was a great series. But I picked this up on a whim. It was $17, but it's a big, thick hardcover. This is the Carthago Adventures. And it just came highly recommended. Lots of great reviews on the back. And the art, I'm thumbing through it, the art is gorgeous. And just giving you just a little example of the art there. Okay, it is a European comic translated to English, but that's so easily done in comics. It's and so many great stories told in that in like this, and so just great stuff. And so anyway, Carthago Adventures, can't wait to read that. Lastly, as far as stuff that's not new, got this. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law bought me the first. I have these on my wish list on Amazon, and that's always his go-to for my Christmas. Superman New Krypton Volume 1 by Jeff Johns and James Robinson. And so I'm going to start following this as I find these books fairly cheap on Amazon or eBay. Start following this story because this was just a very critically acclaimed run on Superman. But here's what's really cool. Usually these book cover what do you call it? Book covers, the paper covers, they just conceal like a black or blue plain hardcover book. This is what's cool on this one. Even under the book jacket, there you go. Under the book jacket, you have this beautiful foil, green foil Superman image, and even green foil on the lettering on the spine. So a beautiful book, beautiful book. Merry Christmas to me, and so really happy to have that, and I've already begun reading that a bit. My problem is, maybe you do this too, I read too many different things at once, comics and books, and so anyway, that makes it kind of difficult at times. All right. So last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go through a few new. I did pick up a couple of. Of course, I'm buying the Hulk stuff, as you know, but there was a book that came out that kind of surprised folks the last couple weeks ago, and I just when I heard about it, I thought, oh, I probably won't be able to get one, but thank you to my local comic retailer, Kenny Hooker, and he got me a Amazing Spider-Man 55, because I love that cover, and I love. I've already asked for and put in for the second print of this, because it's going to be red on black. It's going to be red webbing and print on black, I believe that's right. But anyway, it just looks striking and stunning. I don't know. Sometimes it's just a cover. Just you just like, I haven't even read the book yet. I will, but I haven't yet. And I wanted to let you in on one or two other things very quickly. Let me find it here. All right. Eternals Never Die, Never Win Behind the Scenes edition. This was free at the comic book store. I'm sure you saw one too. It has the needs a press there. But what's beautiful about this book is that it has a lot of besides the character designs and such as that, has some great black and white art from the book. I'll just show you a couple of pages, but really wonderful stuff, and for free, yes please, I'll take it. And so just beautiful book, okay, and lots of great stuff there, and it goes all the way. I mean, really, it gives you a whole lot of art all the way to the back of the page, okay. And so we can see who the artist is, okay, by Kieran Gillen, the writer, I'm assuming, and Esad Ribic, okay, Ribic. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. 6 Ways from Sunday, but opens up with a short interview, and interview with Kieran Gillen, and so anyway, that was a cool freebie. I like freebies, and when they actually have beautiful art in them. I mean, hey, this is a visually driven hobby we have here, right? Now, the last thing I'm going to look at is I don't know if you've been checking out the Future State stuff. I don't do new comics very often. I thought go ahead and check out Future State. I think I'm actually going to stick it out with 3 out of the 4 Future State books I got. I'm not going to stick it out with the next Batman, and quite honestly, because the first issue didn't hook me, and it just didn't hook me with the stories and such as that. Nice art, but I'm probably you have to make cuts somewhere, and but honestly, the story didn't hook me, and the fact that it just kind of a little too political. I don't apologize for this, but I don't really want politics in my comics. I read comics for escapism. I deal plenty in real life, and when I want escapism, and I don't want my comics delving too much into politics. So anyway, then there's the Superman of Metropolis. I'm actually going to stick it out on that one. I like the story so far about John Kent and his stint as Superman after Superman disappears and goes to Warworld. I'm going to be sticking this one out as well. I like where this is going from the first issue. Now, these are not cheap issues. These were pricey. Warworld, $7.99. $7.99, but it's a big, thick anthology book. Superman Metropolis was only $5.99. And then here's the other $5.99 book, Dark Detective. I'm going to be sticking with this one as well. And so just so you know, this is a new artist, new writer, new artist, and just I like where this is going. Batman is kind of on the run here, but he's got a not new. You still see he still looks like Batman, but he's different. Looks different, and it's also got can't character's name, Grifter backup series or backup story. And so anyway, I liked where it was going. So that's my comic haul over the last couple of weeks, and lots of stuff there. But anyway, appreciate you. If you stuck it out and watched, I appreciate it. But listen, I also appreciate if you subscribe, and I've had a few new subscribers trickle in the last week or so. Subscribe, like the video, comment on the video, and just appreciate you all being a part, and appreciate sharing this great hobby with so many great folks on YouTube, and so glad that so many people are still on doing it. I'm not planning on going anywhere else as far as with my comic content. I'm planning on staying on YouTube until I just have to get off, and then I'll have my videos and I'll put them up somewhere else, but for right now I'm sticking it out. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.